The rise of Ilia Toria, a new era in MMA. The UFC has officially found its superstar trailblazer for the new generation of mixed martial artists, an undefeated annihilator, formidable in every aspect of the sport. Ilia Toria enters the octagon with a cockiness that makes him look like a bad guy, a villain straight out of a movie. However, many underestimate his intelligence. He is playing chess from before the fight starts to after it ends. A fighter's success is often measured not just by wins but by the emotional and physical scars they leave on those who stand across from them, and Toria's impact on the featherweight division has been nothing short of brutal. When Toria steps into the cage, he brings an intensity that is palpable. He believes that any opponent who thinks they can take him down is mistaken. He would rather die than lose. Toria is a monster in the cage, everything about his game is flawless. His boxing is dangerous, and he poses a threat everywhere. For years, the featherweight division was dominated by Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski, but a new ruler has emerged, violently shifting the balance of power. Toria's confidence is not unfounded. He has proven time and again that he can back up his words. "Once you feel my power, you'll be wondering what just happened," he says, embodying the fierce determination that drives him. Toria wants his opponents to realize that there are levels to this game, and he is at the top. After his victories, he stands in the octagon, proudly holding a rose, ready to receive the accolades he believes he deserves. Notable fights and their impact. Let's take a closer look at the notable fighters caught in the wake of Toria's ruthless warpath and the before and after contrast of facing him. When Toria first entered the UFC 4 years ago, he quickly established himself as a brute and a complete finisher, proving he was more than ready for the upper echelon of the division. The fight that truly put him on the radar for mainstream fans was against Bryce Mitchell, another undefeated prospect determined to make Toria eat his words. Leading up to the fight, Mitchell was vocal, claiming he would dominate Toria. "I'm not grappling, I'm training all day, every day, my friend," he said, expressing his confidence. But Toria saw this as motivation. "I like when he talks trash, it makes me feel better about going in there to hurt him," he remarked. In the fight, Toria displayed his versatility, landing significant strikes in the first round and then dropping Mitchell with a powerful combo in the second. He ragdolled him to the ground and secured a submission win, a remarkable feat against someone known for his elite grappling. This dominant performance not only highlighted Toria's potential but also established him as a standout prospect in the division, breaking into the top 10 with authority. After losing to Toria, fighters have often expressed their desire to step away from the sport. One opponent admitted he was in so much pain that he contemplated retiring. "I was tired immediately when the fight started," he said, reflecting on the toll of facing Toria. "My pride wouldn't let me pull out of that fight, I shouldn't even have been in that cage." This sentiment underscores the psychological impact Toria has on his opponents, leaving them questioning their own abilities. Next up was Josh Emmett, the number 5 ranked contender, who viewed his matchup with Toria as an opportunity to derail the hype train. Emmett acknowledged Toria's skills but felt confident in his own abilities. "He has a lot of hype behind him, and I can take that all from him," he stated. However, Toria proved to be a formidable opponent, showcasing his boxing mastery over 5 relentless rounds, dominating Emmett and solidifying his status as a title contender. The title shot. Toria's next obstacle was the daunting challenge of facing Alexander Volkanovski, the consensus featherweight champion. Volkanovski was eager for a fresh and compelling challenger, and he found exactly that in Toria. The brash confidence that bordered on cockiness rubbed Volkanovski the wrong way, fueling his desire to deliver a humbling experience to the young fighter. "I think he learned that he doesn't want to fight me even more," Toria remarked after the fight, hinting at the psychological warfare that accompanies high-stakes matchups. Toria's attitude may have been perceived as arrogant, but it was justified by his performances inside the cage. When the fight began, Volkanovski looked solid in the first round, attempting to exploit what seemed to be Toria's only kryptonite. However, Toria defended well and maintained constant pressure. All it took was one clean opening for Toria to deliver that perfect shot, which was just too powerful to withstand. Volkanovski's acknowledgement of Toria's skill only further solidified Toria's place in the featherweight hierarchy. The emergence of a superstar. With his victory over Volkanovski, Toria officially stamped himself as one of the biggest stars in the sport. His ability to call his shot and back it up, combined with the support of fans from two countries, marked him as a superstar in the making. The MMA world was abuzz with excitement, and the question on everyone's mind was, where is the ceiling for this guy? At just 27 years old, Toria is not even in his prime yet, and he is already achieving feats that many fighters only dream of. His knockout of both Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski, two of the top featherweights of all time, has left fans and analysts alike in awe. When is his fighting prime? 3 years from now, one commentator speculated, amazed by Toria's accomplishments at such a young age. Looking ahead. As Toria continues to rise, the potential for blockbuster events looms on the horizon. A stadium event in Spain is already being discussed, and fans are eager to see what the future holds for this remarkable fighter. With his undefeated record and elite skills, Toria is not just a fighter, he is a phenomenon that is reshaping the landscape of MMA. The MMA community is left to ponder the implications of Toria's rise. He has already made a significant impact on the featherweight division, and as he moves forward, the challenges will only become greater. Opponents will study his fights, looking for weaknesses, but Toria's ability to adapt and evolve makes him a formidable champion. Psychological impact and strategy. One crucial factor in Toria's success is his ability to manage pressure. In high-stakes fights, pressure can become a determining factor. Toria has learned to use this pressure to propel himself, turning it into motivation rather than letting it make him falter. When you step into the cage, that's when you have to show who you are, he says. I'm not just fighting for a win, I'm fighting to prove that I'm the best. Toria's confidence comes not only from his skills but also from thorough preparation. He spends considerable time studying his opponents, analyzing their strengths and weaknesses, and this helps him create effective strategies for each fight. I always prepare for every scenario, he shares. I know that in MMA, anything can happen, and you have to be ready for it all. The future of Toria in MMA. With impressive victories and unwavering confidence, Toria is on track to become one of the greatest fighters in MMA history. Fans are eagerly awaiting his next fights, especially with many powerful opponents in the lightweight division waiting in the wings. Toria has proven that he can compete at the highest level, and now he can set his sights on conquering even more titles. Moreover, Toria is also creating a positive impact on the younger generation of fighters. With his powerful fighting style and confident attitude, he has become a role model for many young people pursuing their dreams in MMA. I want people to see that if you work hard and believe in yourself, you can achieve anything, he states. I'm not just fighting for myself, I'm fighting to inspire others. The legacy of Ilia Toria. As Toria continues to rise, his legacy is being built not just on his victories but on the way he carries himself both inside and outside the cage. He embodies the spirit of a true champion, one who respects the sport and his opponents while also demanding respect in return. This duality makes him a compelling figure in the world of MMA, and fans are drawn to his story. Toria's journey has not been without challenges. Like many fighters, he has faced setbacks and moments of doubt. However, his resilience and determination have propelled him forward. Every loss is a lesson, he reflects. I've learned more from my setbacks than from my victories. They've shaped me into the fighter I am today. The impact of social media. In today's digital age, social media plays a significant role in an athlete's career. Toria has embraced platforms like Instagram and Twitter to connect with fans, share his journey, and build his brand. His engaging personality and willingness to share behind-the-scenes glimpses into his life have helped him cultivate a loyal fanbase. I love interacting with my fans, Toria says. They motivate me to keep pushing myself. It's not just about the fights, it's about building a community. This connection with fans not only enhances his popularity but also adds to the pressure he feels to perform at his best. The road ahead. As Toria looks to the future, he remains focused on his goals. He understands that the path to greatness is fraught with challenges, but he is ready to face them head-on. His next fight will be crucial, as it could determine the trajectory of his career. "I'm always looking to improve," he asserts. "I want to be the best version of myself every time I step into the cage." With eyes set on the championship and a desire to solidify his legacy, Toria is prepared to take on all comers. He is not just fighting for titles, he is fighting for respect, for his place in history, and for the fans who support him. "I want to leave a mark on this sport," he says passionately. "I want people to remember my name long after I'm gone." Conclusion. Ilia Toria is not just a fighter, he is a phenomenon. With intelligence, skill, and unwavering determination, he is poised to leave a lasting legacy in the world of MMA. As he continues to dominate the octagon, fans eagerly await the next chapter in his extraordinary journey. Toria has proven that he can overcome any challenge and become one of the biggest stars in the sport. His confidence, fighting ability, and determination have created a significant impact not only in the featherweight division but throughout the entire UFC. With major fights on the horizon, Ilia Toria is sure to remain a name that commands attention in the world of mixed martial arts. As he continues to rise, the future looks bright for Toria. He is not just a fighter, he is a beacon of hope and inspiration for many aspiring athletes. His story serves as a reminder that with hard work, dedication, and a belief in oneself, anything is possible. The journey of Ilia Toria is only just beginning, and the MMA world watches in anticipation of what comes next.